Yo, what's poppin' everybody? Cerebral54. I have a TCG online match for you guys today. In Standard, we're gonna be kicking ass with Blaziken. The Blaziken duo, Blaziken GX and the firestarter Blaziken. I've really been loving this deck. It's not as great as it could have been because of course you're relying on a bunch of stage 2s to do the Malamar energy acceleration thing. But it can still be pretty effective. Um, Blaziken GX has a lot more HP since it's stage 2, and you can get one-hit knockouts a lot easier. Just 3 energies, you only discard 2. You don't really need add-ons most of the time. Pretty nice. So we're going to have an amazing hand here. It doesn't really seem that way, but it is. Opening up with Tornado GX, so if I get a lot of fire energies in play in the discard pile, we can make a strong early GX attack. And I've got the Heat Factory in hand to support that. Very, very, very good. Discard a fire energy and draw 3 cards. And we have Lily too. So I can either get Lily or even just get my Elm if it's in the deck and set up the discard pile, set up my bench. Man, I can't even talk. Set up my field perfectly. So I have Lily and Elm, but we're gonna get Elm thinking, you know what? Since I'm gonna draw cards with Heat Factory, let me just guaranteed get my basic Pokemon out. I don't have to use Lily, since we're gonna use Heat Factory too. They kind of conflict with each other. Well, the Heat Factory conflicts with Lily, and that's what we're gonna do here. So, unfortunately, we didn't have. I didn't have the other Torchic as prize, the one that has 60 HP. Damn it. So this is why it's better to sometimes run, you know, just one line of Torchic. Let's say that all of them have 60 HP. But I have, you know, the 60 HP one, the 50 HP one. I have the 70 HP one too, for various reasons. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're only going to get one Torchic. I get the Shuckle to set up the discard pile, and then get the Vulpix just because I'm not going to use Vulpix or the other Shuckle in the deck. There's no point in playing them down. So just get it in hand. Hopefully I see like an Ultra Ball to discard them. Gonna use Ultra Ball to get another Tornado. That might be handy since there's nothing else to get. But still a decent start. I couldn't get the third Torchic, but we put a lot of fire energies in the discard pile. I drew a lot of cards. I've got the Heat Factory down. We don't have a supporter, but if my opponent doesn't get rid of the Heat Factory, I should be pretty good. And he's gonna use Judge. Okay, you know what? Even though I'm going to lose a card, this wasn't the greatest hand right now that I had left. You know, we had Combustion, but we didn't have a supporter. And I get, well, not the greatest shit again, but we have a fire energy. We should be able to fix that. So my opponent has a few Zoruas down, the Eevee, and a Ditto with a water energy. And I didn't realize immediately that this deck would have been Glaceon. I should have. Since you see the Eevee, you see water energies, but you can never be truly sure. With Ditto, with Zoroark, who knows what he could have been running. So we do see the Ultra Ball here, exactly what I needed. Get rid of the other Shuckle and Vulpix because we're not going to use them. And get my Combustion here to evolve into it. It's the best thing we can get right now. And use Lily for a good 4 cards here. Pretty good, pretty good. I see my evolution pieces. I have a Cynthia for next turn. And fire energy. Let's attach it to... I mean, it doesn't really matter where I attach it. I'm going to get a bunch of energies with Tornado here. But so far, we're looking pretty good. Nitro Tank GX, going to go ahead and use that. And I'll be able to get freaking 5 energies, man. Perfect. Doesn't get much better than this. Setting up my Pokemon. We have a lot of the pieces that we want. Blaziken GX, the firestarter Blaziken. I have a bunch of fire energies in play. I'm going to put a couple on the Tornador. Just in case I want to retreat. I probably don't want to attack with it if he evolves into a GX Pokemon, because then I can't get a knockout. But we're looking pretty good here. If he doesn't evolve, I'm definitely using that to kill the Ditto. So my opponent's turn, he evolves into Zoroark GX. Zoroark GX number 1 there. And let's see, he should start doing some stuff here. Thinking what to do. With trade, he's going to be able to draw cards. And It really is kind of risky. After I attach the energies, I realized that, oh shit, if he brings out Glaceon and attaches a choice band, Tornador is going to die, and I just wasted those 2 energy that's there. Now, he does need the choice band. Without the choice band, I survive, and that's not completely bad then. It's still going to be alive at the very least. It's not going to be good, but better than getting instantly knocked out. Okay, so he does bring a few Pokemon more down with Zoroark GX and uses Cynthia there. And he'll likely be able to see his Glaceon Ultra Ball. He could be searching that right now. So the question is, does he have a DC? And even more importantly, is he going to get DC and the choice band? I really hope he doesn't get both of them, because I don't want Tornador to die so easy. Give him 2 prizes like that. That would really suck. So Glaceon GX, of course, gets added to the hand. And this Pokemon doesn't really... its ability doesn't really affect me. Like my Pokemon, I don't really have GXs that use abilities besides Lele, which we used. And that's about it. Firestarter Blaziken doesn't get affected. The only problem is it's a water Pokemon and it hits for weakness. That's about the only problem. Okay, so evolve into my Blaziken GX here and have a Fire Energy in hand. We're gonna use that actually, draw even more cards with Heat Factory, and I see the Liza here. But we're actually gonna use Volkner. I'm gonna use Volkner to get a switch as opposed to using the Liza. Use the Volkner now that we can. Now that he just works out, using him to get like a trainer that I need, an item. Right, so switching without losing the energies, good. And I'll be able to get a one-shot with Explosive Kick here. Brilliant, beautiful. So I instantly knock out my opponent's Glaceon. He did a lot of damage with his attack, but we get it out of the way, no problem. And he has no energy in play. And Zoroark, I'm not afraid of Zoroark at all in Standard when using a deck like this after I set up, because he can't really knock out Blaziken in one hit, even with a choice band. And I can retaliate back as long as we have the fire energies. It would have been good if I attached it on Blaziken instead of using it for Heat Factory, and then if I see one more, then I can just attach it and attack again, because the problem is switching and attaching the energies in a deck like this. We don't have the flexibility of Keldeo or Donawing's Necrozma with a Float Stone, unfortunately. But he is going to draw in Tornador. I guess he wants to get rid of that guy since he's hurt. Okay, fair enough. He wasn't really going to contribute much, even though he had the fire energies. I'd rather have a healthier Blaziken GX, to be honest. Okay, so we're going to evolve into Blaziken, Firestarter 1. I draw the fire energy here, exactly what I want. So we can just attach the fire energy with Firestarter and then manually attach the one in hand. I've got the Liza, and I'll be able to instantly switch. We won't really advance our hand state, I guess. Use the supporter to draw cards, but it's just going to work out anyway. I use the Nest Ball just for the heck of it. I know I don't have anything else, but just use it in case he wants to use more Judges, cards like that. And we're going to switch into Blaziken GX. Nice, nice. Get another instant knockout with Explosive Kick. Really good. So looking really good here. My opponent is losing resources, losing his valuable DCs. I only need to knock out one more GX Pokemon and I have game. My opponent, he has taken 2 prizes with Tornador, but he's going to need to put in some work if he wants to win. Blaziken GX is really healthy. My other Pokemon are basically healthy as well. No damage at all. He's going to need to put in some work. He can honestly get a one-hit knockout with Glaceon. If he has the choice band, he can do 210. That's exactly enough to knock out Blaziken there, unfortunately. Having 240 HP as opposed to 250. The question is he going to see the pieces? I hope he doesn't. This deck can use Aqua Patch, of course, too, for Glaceon. He's going to need a few resources, though, for sure. He uses Cynthia, draws a few cards here. Plays Zorua down, another Zorua. and he can only use one trade in though, so just passes the turn, doesn't do anything, which is perfect. We're gonna play down the Torchic, and I'm in kind of a weird position here. I'm gonna attach, yeah, in a tough position because I'm gonna switch here. We're gonna lose an energy, but we don't have much of a choice. And I'm gonna promote, let's promote Lele because I know it can take a hit as well. Attach the fire energies here, and we want to get another Blaziken out here and get a way to switch. Like I want to see my skateboard or something, or see energies, because that's the problem. Since you don't have easy board control, I kind of have to do this sort of things with this deck. Attach energies, retreat, bring the energies back on the bench, these sorts of stuff. Okay, so we don't see really everything that we need, but at the very least, I do have Rare Candy and Firestarter Blaziken in hand. We'll be able to get that guy out. Get rid of my own stadium for the Altar of the Sun. That's another good thing I have in this deck. It's going to help against the water weakness. If he decides to indeed pull my Blaziken and has the DC and the choice band, he's going to need like a field blow to get rid of my stadium too, or another stadium. So I'm trying to make it as hard for him as possible to get an easy knockout on either Blaziken really. And all we need, basically, we have everything we need, honestly. If he doesn't, he needs to win like this turn, KO Blaziken GX this turn. Otherwise, all I have to do is just use Firestarter, use the Guzma I have in hand, and we win. So he uses Mallow, he's going to be able to put exactly what he wants on top of his deck for Zoroark GX. So that's the question. He needs like a choice band, a Guzma, and just a way to get rid of my stadium. So it could be possible. Let's see though. He evolves into Glaceon, evolves into another Zoroark GX, so not sure if you really put the Zoroarks on top of his deck for that. Uses Aqua Patch, and uses another trade. And what are you going to do? You have 2 cards in hand. You need Guzma, and you need a way to get rid of my stadium. But instead, he's just going to use another Aqua Patch. And I think I have game here. He's going for the Frost Bullet. So that's basically GG. That was his final move, I guess, his response to what I was doing. And now we can basically wrap the game up with just the Guzma. So evolve into the Firestarter Blaziken, I guess. Let's just do that as well. And attach the last energy I need. Use Guzma. It actually worked out. I mean, he had the Lele too, so even if he didn't evolve, I could have just pulled that Pokemon. But yeah, pull the other Glaceon, promote my Blaziken GX, and my opponent scoops right there. So a really nice game, GG with Blaziken. And it's really cool when you win with Blaziken. You put in the work there against these decks. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys subscribe. Leave a like. Share this with your friends. And I'll see you guys next time. What up?